All right, well, welcome to our fourth, I believe it's our fourth, isn't it?
I think it is our fourth.
Our fourth Here First podcast, and this is just where we go over some of our ideas and just some God-driven ideas and thoughts that we've had throughout the week. How'd your week go this week, Dad?
It has went really well. So far, so good. I feel like we're kind of coming out of the whole pandemic mess a little bit. Things are getting a little bit closer to where they feel comfortable. But things are going good. How about you? What kind of week do you have?
My week it was all right. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Tuesday, I believe, I washed my car, my Jeep.
By hand.
By hand, I waxed that sucker down. And then, we had all this rain come.
Right.
So
that was predictable. And you waxed it by hand?
Oh, yeah.
So you've worked hard.
It was looking sharp, too.
It looks really, really good.
It was looking all right.
I know this week that you got online and you did some webinar work. What was the webinar you sat through?
The webinar that I sat through was actually called How to Reboot Your Outreach Ministry.
All right. There was a section of that really hit home with you. What was it?
Yes, it was. It was what to expect by the end of 2021.
So what can we expect as 2021? What made you take that? What made you take that webinar?
I like to be a progressive learner, just to keep getting knowledge in my thick noggin.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to do that. And what really, I think they had 3 things that they really hit on.
Yeah. What can we expect by the end of the year?
Now,
is this for large churches or any church? Or is it kind of a general statement?
It was a general thing what they were doing.
Okay.
But I think one of them really applies to churches in a bigger community than, Chester. But I'll still hit on that. I'll cover it. But I don't know if that would necessarily apply to Chester. But that's just one of those things we're just going to have to look and see, I think.
What did you learn?
All right. One is to have 80% of your pre-COVID crowd. And we've talked about that before, that churches are experiencing a 20% dropout of what their pre-COVID attendance was.
And lots of churches would be happy with 20%. Lots of churches have been hit with 30 and 40, 50% or more. It's really damaged a lot of churches. But so attendance, you can expect a decrease in your attendance.
Yes.
Throughout the year, okay?
And what they were saying was those people that are dropping out of churches, they called them people on the fringe. And that is just people that would start out going to church 4 out of 4 Sundays a month, and then the next month they'll go 3 out of 4. They'll keep that up for a few months, and they'll go 2 out of 4, then just 1 out of 4, just till eventually they're out of church.
Sure. So the people who went to church 1 out of every 4 Sundays, they have probably dropped out of church.
They are out. They phased out completely. Is what happened.
I've actually read where even people who went to church fairly regularly pre-COVID, lots of them are not going to go back, period. They've just gotten out of the habit, or lots of people are struggling with their faith. There's all kinds of these contextual issues that are going on. But yeah, that's real. All right, what else did you learn?
Another thing I learned was smaller worship gatherings, and this is what I was saying. This might be more in a bigger community, but this could even apply here in Chester. But people won't want to go to a church or any type of worship gathering with attendance of 500 people, 1,000 people. They're not going to want to sing with them.
Is that because COVID? Okay.
COVID, yes. And that has been a trend in the past with just larger churches going down to smaller buildings and stuff. And I'm sure that's because of people. But that's definitely going to be a part now because there's fewer people,
Okay. So people don't want to go to large crowds?
Yes.
I wonder what that will translate out into ball games or concerts or fairs or things like amusement parks. What will that affect those types of situations? I don't know. I'm very curious.
I can only imagine, but yeah, that's definitely something to look into.
Or is it just a church thing? They don't want to be in a church with 500 people, but it's okay being at a Kenny Chesney concert with 5,000 people. I don't know how that'll jive, but
yeah,
it'd be something I want to see.
Next one?
Oh, yeah.
Another thing that this was the last one that they talked about, and this is one that really made me stop and think for a second, like, wow. they call it cultural Christianity. People that they go to church and they might not believe everything that the preacher's saying and all that stuff, but they're going because it's what people in the community do. It's the social benefits of going to church. Saying, yeah, I go to church. I was raised in church. I still go to this day. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. And cultural Christianity, that's gone.
Right.
There's no social benefits of being a Christian nowadays.
Right. People used to look at you differently if you went to church or if you identified as a Christian. They knew where you were coming from, and in some circles that meant something. Mm-hmm. With some people that was significant. Now, it doesn't really matter. It's sort of like saying, well, I'm a member of the International Odd Fellows. 100 years ago, everybody would have known what an Odd Fellow was. But today, I would say over half of our audience, if you ask them what an Odd Fellow is, they have no idea about the International Fraternal Order of Odd Fellows. So, but here's the thing, Bo. The church has always went through difficult times. Mm-hmm. Church leaders are beside themselves and we're curious and maybe anxious and things like that. But the truth is, the church has been around for 2,000 years. It has went through persecution. It has went through being driven out of countries and cultures and communities. The church will be fine. In fact, Jesus said, the gates of hell will not even be able to tear her down. The church will stand. So as difficult as it is to be a pastor now, or maybe even a Christian, you'll be okay. We'll be all right.
And what does that look like in the small church? Not even a small church, what does that look like in church with cultural Christianity gone? That might look like our Easter services, our Christmas services, our Christmas Eve. That might, decline, the attendance of them.
Sure.
It's usually a boosted attendance, Mother's Day, stuff like that, and that might be
a thing of the past.
It might be a thing of the past. I'm not saying that, especially in Chester. Especially in Chester is what I'm saying.
In a small town, in a rural agricultural setting like we have, or
it's coming, though, I think.
I think it is coming, but I think there'll be a lot of funerals before that happens, because in Middle America, small town, principal city in Randolph County, I think we've got a longer run than other, if you're looking at a suburban area or something like that, because we're still... we still hold on to God and our guns and our faith and things like that. So it's a different animal, if you will. But whatever's always on the West Coast or the East Coast always makes its way to Randolph County.
Absolutely. Yes.
So, but if we know that it's coming, we can make some strategies to try to offset it.
Well, we jumped to growth thoughts. Okay, so that was kind of our growth thoughts segment, if you will. And so let's go.
Did I go off script?
You did go off script.
All right.
Hey, dude, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
What
you got next?
That's part of it. Connect groups. We've had 2.
Yes, sir.
We've had 2 connect groups, and I think they've been awesome.
Yep.
How's online going?
Online's good. We had 11 the first week, 14 the second week. We've got I know one person is going to go from the in-person to online because it fits that person's schedule better. But that's kind of the good thing about doing the exact same material at both connect groups. If you miss it on Tuesday, you can pick it up on Wednesday. And next time we do connect groups, we're going to record the online sessions. So if you miss it, you can go back and watch it again. You can catch up. So we're going to do that. But yeah, connect groups are going really, really well. I'm really pleased with them.
Any hiccups with the online stuff? I know online stuff's kind of challenging, can have its flaws.
We're working our way through it.
Okay.
But really, I'm really impressed with them. They're doing a great job. Your mom and I run it on Tuesday night. And last Tuesday night, she had to go pick up Nan. So it was kind of me running it. I've never done that before. I was dependent on your mom, but it's not too bad. It wasn't too bad. So I missed her, and I'm glad she'll be back there Tuesday, but it's not too bad.
Speaking of Nan, speaking off a script, this is our new recording studio.
Yeah.
For a few episodes anyway.
Right. And Nan is staying here with us for a while she recoups from some surgery, some recovery.
Now, still on Connect Groups, has anything jumped out at you that you want to do different for the next one coming up? Or do you think it's going good?
I'm still evaluating,
Okay.
but so far so good. I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased.
Right on. You want to talk about the survey you were talking about doing next week?
We're going to do a survey for our folks who are in Connect groups. There's 5 different classes that I'm looking at doing next time. They go from anywhere, what's heaven like, Ann Graham Lotes, she does one called the Daniel Prayer. It's on Daniel 9. Tell someone. It's a class about how to share your faith. One was, I forgot what the other 2 are, but there's 5 classes that I think we could really use, and I'm going to ask our folks what order what order are they most appealing? You know, which one would you like to do? Which one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? And then we're going to take those numbers. We're going to extrapolate that data and see which class we want to do first, and then maybe even second and third this year still. But those are going really well. We're going to offer that survey online, and it's on our website now, I believe, at chesterfbc.org. But I want to hear from our folks.
All right. Well, let's see. Last week was your first tell someone message. That was your first sermon. And this
How to talk to
week,
people about God.
How to talk to people about God.
Mm-hmm.
And I got your email today. I can't remember what the title of this week's message is.
It's called How to Live Like Jesus.
Okay.
And basically what that talks about is when you think about why did Jesus come, he came to seek and save the lost. He came to serve. But there's also a passage in the book of Luke that says, and Jesus came eating and drinking. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how Jesus used tables, meals, to release the kingdom of God into people.
He's speaking our language there, you know.
You know what? Anytime you can serve the kingdom of God by eating, that's a good day.
Amen. That's right. And this will be your second out of four.
Affirmative. This is the second out of 4.
All right. Well, 3 minutes with Mike.
3 minutes with Mike is doing well. I'm for sure going to do it at least for about 12 more episodes. I'm going to do a year's worth, and we'll see where we go from there. The doing more things back in the church now, especially now that we've opened up a Wednesday night Connect group, the workload is piling back up. So if that one gets, I'm giving that one for till, I guess when would it be, Ridge? About another 2 or 3 more months and see how it goes. But
we've even discussed about moving it.
Oh, that's
to
right.
Tuesday night.
We could do that. Might do that. And that might be sooner than later. We might move it to a Tuesday and drop this on some other night, but get the content of what we're doing on social media with some more regularity.
Yeah, and also disperse the content a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
More stuff, more better, you know.
Right.
Big announcement.
We do have a big announcement. Are you ready? The Good Friday service is going to be at Grace. It's going to be at 7 o'clock, Good Friday worship service for the community. The Unfit Band from CFBC is going to open it up. In the middle, we're going to have a time of prayer and communion. The Grace Church worship team will do the second set, and then we're going to do one song together. And I think that'll be cool. But that'll be a Good Friday worship service for the community. And this is the first time we've worked together on something like this. So I'm excited about it. So that was our big announcement. And we have our Holy Week services. Easter's a month away. So we're going to do Maundy Thursday, our Holy Thursday service at 6:30 on Maundy Thursday. We're going to do Good Friday, 7 o'clock at Grace. We're going to do our regular Saturday night, 5 p.m. service on Saturday. Sunday morning, Easter, we'll do a 7 o'clock service at the gazebo, sunrise service, 7 a.m. We're going to serve breakfast from 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're going to serve breakfast from 7:30 to 8:30 at the church. Our kitchen will reopen. We're going to have 2 Easter morning services. We'll have an 8:30 and it'll be over by 9:30, way over by 9:30, so you can go to Grandma's house or whatever.
Yeah, I liked that last year. I think people utilized that to their advantage.
And they
year.
should,
Yeah.
absolutely. What works for your schedule? We're here to help you. And then we'll have a 10:30 service for folks who aren't going to get up at the crack of dawn. So that's what's going to be going on that week. It's going to be a good week. I'm excited about it. And my sermon for that Sunday is going to be 3 things that God does better than anybody. I'm excited about that. It's going to be good.
Well, thanks for watching here first.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We enjoy doing this. This is a hoot.
Yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. If you have a question that you'd like us to answer, drop it below in the comments. We'd love to take a look at it and answer your questions. Our church is also sending out emails now, and we have noticed that we do not have yours. And did you get that out on the website yet?
We do. What we found out, Ridge, is that of the emails we send out, only about 30% of them are being opened. So only 3 out of 10 open them. Or maybe it's going straight to their spam folder, their junk folder. So if you are signing up for that, make sure you check, because we don't fill up your box with a bunch of nonsense. We drop an email on Friday just to let you know what's coming up this weekend. And the only time you'll get maybe 2 emails from us a week is when we're either doing a survey or we're introducing a brand new sermon series that weekend, and that's it. We don't want to overwhelm anybody with a bunch of emails. So, but we do want to stay connected. And if we would have to get a hold of people, man, email is always going to be there. Facebook may kick us off, YouTube may kick us off, but we can always send out email. So we would really appreciate that. And they can go to our website, chesterfbc.org, and give us that contact information. And we won't ever sell it. We'll just simply use it to contact people.
All right, well, thanks for watching. Remember, you heard it here first.